A very good morning to all of you students. How are you all? Hope all of you are fit and fine at home. So let's get started. Yes, so let's get started. And today I will share with you an interesting facts about India. So students, today I will share with you one important fact, or you can say it is an interesting fact about India, our country, India. And what is the fact? India is the world's largest producer of milk. So what is the fact? That our country, India, is the world's largest producer of milk in the world, contributing about 19% of the world's total milk production, with over 150 million tons of milk production every year. So every year our country produces, or its production is above 150 million tons. Yes, which is contributing about 19% of the world's total milk production. Now you understood? Now you know one fact about India. Yes, and what is the fact? The fact is India is the world largest producer of milk. Yes. Now there is a study time. Yes, now there is study time. And so bring all your books, notebooks, pen, eraser, everything with you of social science. Yes, you require a social science book and notebook. One rough copy should be with you, and pen, pencil, eraser should be with you. Okay, students, so let's start our studies now. I, Swapna Sharma, welcome you all to social science class. And in social science, we have already started chapter number 4. And what is the name of the chapter? The name of the chapter is the Democratic Republic of Congo. Till this time, I think that you have learned the name of the chapter. Chapter number 4, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Yes. So earlier in our earlier classes, we have discussed about the Democratic Republic of Congo, location, where it is located, and the land. What is there? Which all are the neighboring countries of Democratic Republic of Congo? Which are the most important lakes of Democratic Republic of Congo? And which is the important feature in Democratic Republic of Congo? Yes, we have discussed all this in our earlier class. Today we will just do a quick recapitulation. Okay, then we will move to the today's topic. So the Democratic Republic of Congo was earlier known as Zaire. Yes, it is the third largest country in Africa. Its capital is Kinshasa, and Kinshasa is here in the map. The Democratic Republic of Congo also has a flag, just like we have a flag. Our country India has a flag. Same way, this Democratic Republic of Congo also has a flag. Yes, and this is the flag of Democratic Republic of Congo. It lies in the equatorial region. So, the Democratic Republic of Congo lies in the equatorial region. It is near to the equator, and which makes this region a hot, which have a climate hot and wet. The equatorial region lies on both sides of the equator. Yes, with the help of this red line, this is a black line which is the equator line, and this red line which is running through the world is the region of it is called as equatorial region, and this equatorial region lies on both side of equator. So you can see on the north side also and towards the south side also. So towards both side of the equator it lies and has hot and wet climate almost throughout the year. Now, where is Democratic Republic of Congo? You can see here, this is the equator line which is running through the world, and here in Africa we have Democratic Republic of Congo. This green shaded portion is our country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, which we are studying right now. Now, if we look at the map of Democratic Republic of Congo, this is a line which is running through the Democratic Republic of Congo, and this line is of equator. Yes, and it is towards the north of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo is also surrounded by 9 countries. Yes, and these which are the 9 countries? Tell me now. You have studied earlier in the earlier classes. The name of the countries which are the neighboring countries of Democratic Republic of Congo are Central African Republic, Sudan in the north, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania and Burundi in the east, Congo in the west, Zambia and Anglo in the south. So these are the 9 neighboring countries which are surrounding the Democratic Republic of Congo. Let's understand with the help of map also. So this is towards the north of Democratic Republic of Congo, Central African Republic and Sudan. Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi and Tanzania are towards the east of Democratic Republic of Congo. Republic of Congo is towards the west. It is a neighboring country of Democratic Republic of Congo and it is towards the west. So you can see Republic of Congo is towards the west of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now Zambia and Anglo, these are the 2 countries which are towards the south of the Democratic Republic of Congo. One of the most important feature of Democratic Republic of Congo is the river Congo, which is the second largest river in Africa. See how it is flowing river. Yes, you heard the noise of river water. Okay, so the Congo river is also known as Zaire river. Can you name the longest river in Africa? Yes, now you can name the longest river in Africa because we have studied now. The Nile is the longest river in Africa and the second longest river in the world. The river Congo is called the highway of Central Africa because all the transport activities are being taken care from with the help of river Congo. These are the major lakes of the country Democratic Republic of Congo. The Albert, Kivu, Edward and Tanganyika, these are the major lakes of this country. Yes, we have studied this also. Now with the help of the map of Democratic Republic of Congo, we will just understand that Lake Albert is here, Lake Edward is here, Lake Kivu is here. Yes, and Lake Kivu is here and Lake Tanganyika is here. This is Lake Tanganyika. Yes, these are the 4 major rivers, 4 major lakes in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now this is the today's topic. We will study today the climate, what is the type of climate in the Democratic Republic of Congo and what is the vegetation. What do you mean by vegetation? Vegetation is a natural trees and plants which grow naturally without taking care of them. Like if we want to grow a crop, we have to first put the seeds in the soil, then water that, then the plant come out. But vegetation is a natural naturally the plants and trees which grow in the region or in the land, that is known as vegetation. So we will talk about the vegetation of the Democratic Republic of Congo also. So first we will discuss about the climate of Democratic Republic of Congo, and then we will move towards the vegetation, what type of plants, trees are grown in this country. So if we talk about the climate of Democratic Republic of Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo is located near the equator. We have studied this, yes. So it has hot and wet climate throughout the year. So you can see the rain is there. So every time there is hot, first the hot climate is there, and after that the rain is there. So the climate of the Democratic Republic of Congo is hot and wet throughout the year. Morning are quite pleasant, but at noon the temperature are high. So in the Democratic Republic of Congo, mornings are quite pleasant, very pleasant, not very hot, not very cold. But as the time passes and noon come, the temperature become high. The temperature become high, and it makes the weather or the climate very hot. The temperature during the day is between 30 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. But in afternoon, there is a heavy rainfall for a short period, because if the temperature will rise, what will happen? Because of when the temperature will be high, then at the afternoon time there is heavy rainfall for a short period of time. At the evening, in the evening and nights are cooler. So in this country the evenings and nights are cooler. So what we discussed, the climate of this country is hot and wet. In the morning the climate is the weather is pleasant, but in the noon the climate becomes hot, the weather becomes hot, and in the afternoon there is a very heavy rainfall for a short period of time. But if we talk about the evenings and night of this country, evenings and night have cool climate or cool weather. Most of the Democratic Republic of Congo is covered with rainforest. So most of the Democratic Republic of Congo is covered with rainforest. Now we are talking about the vegetation. We are talking about the forest. In the forest we don't grow the crops, we don't put the seeds, yes, and then the plants or trees are grown. In the forest naturally the plants and trees are grown, yes. So most of the Democratic Republic of Congo is covered with rainforest. So what is rainforest? Now you would be thinking, ma'am, what is rainforest? Yes, so rainforest are the forest where throughout when there is rain throughout the year, so these trees are never shaded. So these trees are never shaded, and every time there is green tree in the forest. The trees in these forests grow very tall. So in the rainforest the trees grow very tall and form a canopy type of thing. You can see just like a canopy these trees are looking, you can see, yes. So these trees form just like a canopy. If we see from above from the sky side, you will see it will look just like a canopy is there on the in the ground. So it forms a canopy which prevents sunlight from reaching the ground. So when it performs a canopy, it it prevents sunlight to reach the ground. So the sunlight is not able to reach the ground. There is a dense growth of creepers and shrubs. So there is a dense growth of creepers and shrubs also in this country. Big creepers, you can see these are creepers which are which these plants which creep. So these are creepers and these are shrubs. Small plants are known as shrubs. So there in the Democratic Republic of Congo, there are dense growth of creepers and shrubs. A special feature of the trees of these forests is that they are evergreen. So as I talked about that the special feature of this forest are in the Democratic Republic of Congo, these trees rainforest are evergreen. Every time whenever you will see, they are green. There is no shedding of leaves here. In some parts where the climate is not so hot and wet, the vegetation is different. So in some part of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the climate, because of the climate here is not very hot, not very hot and wet. The vegetation is different, is of different type. Here grasslands with short trees are found. So you can see, so in some places, in some places of the country Democratic Republic of Congo, there are grasses also with short trees. These grasslands are called savannas. So these grasslands are called savannas. The grassland which are here are known as savannas, which are there with short trees. Yes, these grasslands are called savannas. The main feature of savanna is the hot climate. So the main feature of the savanna is the hot climate. So these savanna grasslands grow in the hot climate also, and this is the main feature of savanna, that in hot climate also these grasses with very short trees are being grown here in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So now students, what we have studied? We have studied about the climate and the vegetation of Democratic Republic of Congo. If we talk about the climate, here the climate is hot and wet throughout the year, and in the morning the mornings are pleasant, but as the time passes, in the noon the weather becomes hot, and then in afternoon there is a heavy rainfall for a short period of time. Evenings and nights are cooler in this country. Yes, they are cool in the Democratic Republic of Congo. If we talk about the vegetation in this country, there are rainforest here in which the trees are very tall. Yes, and they form a canopy which prevents the sunlight to enter to the ground. And another feature of this is they are always evergreen. Yes, they are evergreen forest. There is no shedding of leaves. Whenever you will visit there, you will find greenery in these forests. In Democratic Republic of Congo, you will find shrubs also and creeper plants also here. And, and in some parts where there is the climate is not very hot and wet, there is different type of vegetation found, where you will find some grasslands are there with short trees, and these grasslands are known as savannas. So till today we have discussed about the climate and the vegetation of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and in the another class we will discuss about the further topics of this chapter. Yes, now there is a book reading time for all of us. So just open your book. And which is your book? Your open your SST book, chapter number, yes, chapter number 4, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Today we will do the book reading. I am waiting for you to open the book. So now take out page number 22, chapter number 4. Yes, and in chapter number 4, the Democratic Republic of Congo, page number 22. Take out students, I am waiting for you, and we will start reading from climate. As the Democratic Republic of Congo is located near the equator, it has a hot and wet climate throughout the year. So throughout the year, here in Democratic Republic of Congo, it is hot and wet climate. Mornings are quite pleasant, but at noon the temperatures are high. The temperatures during the day is between 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. In the afternoons, there is a heavy rainfall for a short period. Evenings and nights are cooler. Now we will talk about vegetation. Most of the Democratic Republic of Congo is covered with rainforest. So most of the Democratic Republic of Congo is covered with rainforest. So you can, what you can do, you can just underline this. Most of the Democratic Republic of, sorry students, the page has gone, just wait. Yes, so most of the underline. So most of the Democratic Republic of Congo is covered with rainforest. Underline this line. Most of the Democratic Republic of Congo is covered with rainforest. The trees in these forests grow very tall and form a canopy which prevents sunlight from reaching the ground. So these trees form a canopy. Yes. There is a dense growth of creepers and shrubs. So underline this also, that in this country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, there is a dense growth of creeper and shrubs. A special features of the trees of these forests is that they are evergreen. So these are the special features. In some parts where the climate is not so hot and wet, the vegetation is different. Here, grasslands with short trees are found. These grasslands are called savannas. So you can just underline grasslands with short trees are found. These grasslands are called savannas. So underline savanna. Okay, underline savanna. So till this we have done the explanation today. Yes, and I have made you the important lines to underline. What you have to do, you have to read this chapter till today, whatever we have explained thoroughly, and whatever doubts you are having, you can ask me. Yes, and write down those doubts in rough notebook. So whenever we will have a online doubt clearing session, at that time you can ask me the doubts. But students, remember one thing, whatever we are doing in the videos and online classes, sit at home and read the chapter, because if you will read the chapter, then only you would come to know what is there which you are not understanding. Yes, and whatever queries are there, you can write down in the rough notebook, and whenever there is an online class, you can ask me. Okay, till then, thank you and have a nice day, students.